DeMarco, did when you took Ellis on defense, did that get you going a little bit? I feel like you had some nice possessions where you got your hand on the three-pointer that one time. The other time he drove and he fell and traveled.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a career high offensively for you, but did your defense light that up a little bit?
Yeah, most definitely. I think when you do something good on defense, it just makes the game easy for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go in the game cold, but when you make a play on defense, it just warms you up. You know what I'm saying? It gets you in a rhythm a little bit easier. So I definitely did.
A lot of stuff started working for you then. You were getting rebounds at that point. You got a couple deflections and I believe a 50-50 loose ball. When you got on him, because he was having a lot of success early, when you got on him and you were able to kind of slow him a little bit, what did that do for confidence, for your own personal mojo?
Like I said, just rhythm. You know, I think that's the biggest thing when you get out there. You know, you prepare every game, every practice, but to get in the rhythm in the game is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to play your role, you're not trying to go outside your role. So for me to get that rhythm early on was important for me to, you know.
What is your vertical leap? A couple of rebounds you had today. You skied over even the big guys.
You said what?
What's your vertical leap? A couple of your boards today, you were well above the bigs.
I have no idea.
You need to find out.
I do need to find out.
I'll ask
you know what it is.
It was 40 in high school, but I think it went down a little bit now.
40 in high school.
How surprised were you that the official actually made the call when Ellis kicked his legs forward on that three? And a lot of times, this year that call goes against the defender.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to call it, to be honest. They usually don't get that call.
They cut the margin to 13 in the second half, about 7 minutes in or so, and probably the most energy the building had. That was in that little range of time where you guys have had leads on the road recently and weren't able to hold on.
Mm-hmm.
But you pushed it to 21 and then a little bit more after that. What was the difference in you guys pushing the lead then instead of either maintaining or letting it loose?
Coach Davis at halftime, he was talking about our growth throughout the season. I think that's one thing that we needed to work on, just putting teams away, because we can compete with any team with our talent, but just putting them away. That's we let teams hang around, so that was an important message for us, and I think we executed that in the second half.
That was his primary message at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Put them away. Did he reference the Pitt game and Virginia and some of the others?
No, he didn't reference any game. He was just we know. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we have to work on. So.
Yeah.
DeMarco, when you're over there, on the bench, the game's starting, and you're getting in at some point, and the guys are out there, like, is there anything in particular you're watching, you're trying to pick up on? Like, how are you trying to maybe mentally go about getting yourself into the game before you get into the game? Is there a certain process for you at all?
Yeah, I think every game is a little bit different, the process. The main thing I try to look at is what the game is lacking. I think in this game, we just lacked the energy. I think it was kind of lackadaisical. Louisville,
yeah,
they're trying to get their, everybody wants to be their right. So, they came out aggressive. And,
they did.
I just felt like I could provide energy. In every game, I think, I try to do my strengths. So, out there, I'm looking at what coverages they're in, what defensive coverages we're in. And I just try to adjust. I just try to, provide that for the team.
Yeah.
At what point did you and the team know that Armando was going to actually not only play but start?
We had an idea like early today when he was in walkthrough, but we didn't know until game time. And he just suited up. So.
What do you think about that? Like, what kind of a boost was that? And what does that say about his toughness?
It shows that he's a leader. It shows that he wants to be out there with us, and we respect that. When he does that, we all want to follow him. So.
And when he got going today, about 8 minutes in, then you guys got going. You had a 17-4 run to sort of change the game. Is it just the infectiousness of the way he plays when he is doing the things he was doing, because he was rebounding pretty much every shot, and he had a couple, I think his first 2 buckets were dunks, one was a putback. Those are Armando things. Was that infectious when he started doing that stuff?
Yeah, I think when someone plays up, when they raise their level, everybody else just wants to, follow along. We don't want to be the one to let them down. So when Armando's doing that, we're just right behind him. We don't want to, let him down. We're trying to play good too. So.
How did you break your hand? We heard it was a Bo May situation.
Yeah, I was coming off a screen, and all the time I swipe my arm through, try to get through, and end up punching him and swiping him in the face, and took a wrong angle and broke my metacarpal.
Did it hurt?
Yeah.
I mean, well, you made it seem like it's just kind of.
Yeah, I didn't know what was wrong at first. Like I just couldn't move it. I didn't think it was broken, but when Doug was feeling on it, it was kind of crunchy, and that was a red flag. So
Yeah, crunchy. Yeah. Did those 5 games, I don't know, change your perspective on things? Armando was saying the other day, or he said several times when he set out at Virginia Tech, he actually gained a little bit of a new perspective about how he might be able to play with more energy and stuff. Did it sitting out? How did that affect you, if at all?
I just felt like it just made a pause in my season. I wasn't trying to get back super quick. I probably came back a little bit earlier than I should have. But perspective-wise, I don't think, I was obviously watching the game, but if anything, I was just trying to get better myself. Just tightening things up, my shot mechanics, stuff, anything I could work on. I was limited, but I was still trying to get better any way I could.